Hello, Alton. We would like to first of all ask you, we heard about the teachers training program that UNESCO have worked. So we would like to know how you are implementing this program right now.
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting UNESCO for this interview. We have been working in media and information literacy for many years. Right now, we think the time has come to integrate media and information literacy in the formal education system. And as a result, we have developed this MIL curriculum. It's a curriculum, it's a comprehensive curriculum, and it's developed on the basis that it will be adapted to the local realities in the different regions and countries. You know, I mean, removing these silos where you see it only from an education perspective, or you see it only from a new technology perspective, or you see it only from a media and communication perspective. I'm saying there's so much convergence now that we need to bring this thing together, we need to harmonize this, and we need to make sense of it for the educators, for the policymakers, and once we make sense of it, then they will start coming along. And we think this is what is happening now. They're understanding where we want to go and what all of this means. And
I think what you just said is important because usually the students don't understand what they are studying.
Exactly.
And they don't realize what they are actually studying will be something that it will help them go through their lives.
Exactly.
You know? But even the teachers don't tell them like what they are teaching them. But it's usually for the student, the teachers, the government, and all the organizations that are working. I've heard a phrase before that a bunch of littles can make a difference. So I think maybe if policymakers don't understand this at the beginning, because usually, eventually, they're going to understand it, we can start working on something to promote media and information literacy. How UNESCO is working beyond the classrooms, you know, going from the formal to the informal part.
We recognize, and let me say that, in fact, before we started working on the formal part, we were working on the informal. So we were doing a lot of training and programs with young people. We were working on the production side for young people through a program called the Power of Peace Network, where we empower young people to use ICTs, use new technologies to produce media to express themselves, to express their cultural identity, to make demands of those that they've put in public offices, to use the new and traditional technology to promote peace and cultural dialogue. And we continue that Power of Peace program in UNESCO. I can give you an example in the Caribbean, where I'm from, it's an oral society. People don't like reading a lot. And so what one of our partners did, this is non-formal education, was to put a radio in the library. And this was a radio broadcasting on the spectrum. It wasn't an internet radio. It was a real broadcast radio on the spectrum. And they put this in the library, and they linked it to the media and information literacy clubs program that they had. And this radio station in the library was being run and operated by young people. All right, and through this practical experience, they had some tutoring, they had classes on media and information literacy, but they had that practical experience to operate the radio. But then they were linking it to books and doing research in the library. Another important thing that we're doing on the non-formal side is to work with broadcasters. How broadcasters can engage young people and adults and citizens in general, and to use the content that they produce in broadcasting so they can see themselves, so that they can express their opinions, their dreams, their aspirations. We don't want to make the errors that we made with ICTs in education. We started putting ICTs in the classroom, but the teachers weren't prepared. And this is why the focus now on making sure that teachers are properly equipped with skills to themselves be media and information literate, but also with skills to teach media and information literacy as a unique discipline. But
and promote the critical thinking.
And to promote the critical thinking. But not just, you know, to teach media and information literacy as a subject area, but to make media and information literacy relevant to everything that we do in the education system. It's a kind of education for sustainable development that you were talking about earlier. You know, why am I in the classroom? Why am I learning what I'm learning? How am I going to use it later on when I leave school? So it's a preparation for life beyond school. And it's important that teachers make that connection, as you said, in the classroom with the students. And it's important that connection is made generally. When I watch the news, why am I watching the news? What do I want to get from it? How am I going to use the information that I get from it? When I go to the internet, why am I going to the internet? For one reason is for entertainment. But do I realize that I have some information needs? Do I know how to analyze my information needs? So it's not just about the formal education. It's not just about research and academic work. It's about your personal life. It's about your personal, how you live. It's about, you know, being a woman and want to express yourself as a woman. And if I don't have that, if a woman doesn't have opportunity to express herself, she can find out, okay, can I do something about this? You know, can I do something about it? Why is it that the women in my community are not being seen on the television? All right, but can I do something about it? And what can I do? It's an information challenge. And if I have the basic media and information literacy skills, then I can go about bringing about some solution to the practical challenge that I'm facing.
And through all of that, try to find your happiness at the end.
Try to find your happiness at the end.
Yeah.
Because this is what we're seeking as human beings. We want happiness. We want peace. We want to self-actualize. We want to live in a world of joy, of bliss. And try
to have fun.
And try to have fun, day by day, to live. Yeah. To live, you know what I mean? It's about living. It's about enjoying life. And that is an important aspect of being. Yeah. You know what I mean? To just enjoy life. But even in enjoying life, you need information.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't have the information, then you'll enjoy the wrong things, and then life becomes a misery for you. It becomes a nightmare rather than dreams.
Well, thank you. And, well, through this interview and through this conversation, we'll also working on the media and information literacy so the rest can learn more about it. So thank you for being here in this university.